What's up, YouTubers? Well, I bought a new tool for the shop, and the Amazon ratings and opinions definitely weren't wrong. The packaging on it sucks. So I bought a shop press, and literally I picked the box up and everything fell out of it. The box is held together with about 40 layers of tape, like just terrible. So hopefully I can get this thing out of my pickup truck and we can assemble it and actually have it work. But I'll tell you what, after seeing how badly the stuff fell out, I don't know, who knows. Let's get into it. So I got the pile of parts here, and as far as I can tell, nothing's broken. I mean, this stuff's all heavy steel. I'm a little worried about the pressure gauge that goes with this. I haven't opened that up. It appears as though nothing's missing, so I'm just gonna browse through the manual for once in my life and just kind of get an idea of how this goes together. Alright, one page of instructions, that's what I like. Seems pretty simple, just bolt the sucker together, so I'm going to start doing that, and then we will take a look at it. Alright, welcome back. So I had to unbolt this side to slip this plate in because I was an idiot and didn't do it first. Oh well, you know, I'll blame the instructions on that one. And then the ram just slips through the hole, and it's got this spanner wrench collar on it, which I don't happen to have a tool for that, so I'm gonna get it like hand tight, and it'll have to do for right now. I'll come back tomorrow and find something that'll tighten it. But yeah, so what I generally do with crap like this is I assemble it. I'm gonna put this hydraulic ram, the pump over here, get it all kind of hooked up, and I'm gonna put a little bit of pressure on this. And with just a tiny bit of pressure on it, I'm gonna tighten all the bolts. I'm not a big fan of like tighten all of them right now, and then because then when you use a shop press and it puts pressure on everything, it's gonna move. So you're better off putting a slight amount of pressure to take the slack out of all the bolts to the bolt holes, so all of that play in there, that excessive clearance, just a little bit of tension and then snug them all up that way. Now, to be honest, I may actually weld all of this together, like up here and down there, after this is assembled, because I don't ever want to take this apart. I don't know for sure if I'm going to do that, but I guess we'll find out down the road. Now, one thing I'm a little bit concerned on is how to bleed the air out of the system. The pump goes over here on the side, which is cool, but it's not currently hooked up to the cylinder. So my worry is once I hook that up, that there's going to be air in the system, and all it says is to open up basically the release to where it will retract, which that's fine and all. Air will eventually go out through that. So if I mount the ram on here and then try and bleed the air back to the storage tank in the pump, well, guess what? The air's gonna be trapped in here or in the pressure gauge. So again, I'm not too sure how I'm gonna go about bleeding this to make it work, but we'll figure that out. I'm probably the only guy around that still uses these old wrenches. I got a bunch of them. I'll have to show you my collection someday. I got some decent ones. Ooh, that's tight. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I got everything kind of hooked up. I'm just gonna hold this reservoir higher, so my hope is that the air bubbles escape. And I'm gonna do like they say and open it up, stroke the pump a few times, and then basically I'm gonna run the cylinder up and down a couple times. All right, well, kind of got it together, got it bled off. It seems to be working good. The ram, I'm not sure if it doesn't retract further than where it's at. I'm not exactly sure. That would kind of be an issue. I'm sure I'm gonna have to screw around with this a little bit, but I'm somewhat out of time. So what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of pressure on that. Yeah, that must be the bottom of the ram because it doesn't feel like there's any air in the system anymore. There we go. Apparently it has about 1,800 pounds on it. That's pretty cool. Nice to have a gauge. All right, let's take it up to 2. There we go. So now that it's got tension, the feet are not flat, but that doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up all these bolts, and then that's it. It'll be ready for use, I think. Well, there we have it. I ran the pressure up to around 8 tons, and it didn't leak. Seemed to be good. So I think we are good, and you'll be seeing this in future videos where I destructively test stuff. I'm hoping that 12 tons is enough. I think it will, and I'm going to end up building a different test rig for some different tests, but this will at least help me come up with some actual numbers on strength testing. So awesome. With that said, thanks for sticking around. Till next time.